Hello, everyone. Now we're stepping into conjoint family therapy, developed by Virginia Satir. This model is also called the Human Validation Process Model, and that name actually tells you a lot. Satir believed that families are always trying to maintain balance. The problem is not that families want stability, it's that sometimes they maintain stability through unhealthy rules. Unrealistic expectations, rigid roles, and dysfunctional communication. So symptoms don't just appear out of nowhere. They grow in environments where communication blocks authenticity. And communication is the heart of Satir's model. Before we get started, here's a little heads up. The Satir conjoint model can absolutely appear on the EPPP. It is not obvious, like in Name the Theorist ways. Therefore, it's easy to miss. To be honest, all of them could be easy to miss if you don't know what you're looking for. The EPPP rarely says, which communication style did Satir describe? Instead, it embeds it inside a vignette. So as we move forward, keep that in mind. Look for subtle ways you could hold on to this concept and not allow it to get lost in memory jail. With that, let's move on into Satir's conjoint model.
Let's start with Satir's high-yield concept, communication styles. If you remember nothing else for the exam, remember the 5 styles. 1. Placating. Placating is, I'll agree with you so you won't reject me. This person smooths everything over. They avoid conflict because they fear losing connection. They over-apologize. They minimize themselves. They sacrifice their own needs. Internal message, if I keep everyone happy, I'll be safe. 2. Blaming. Blaming is the opposite pole. This person attacks, criticizes, dominates, but underneath, vulnerability. Blaming hides insecurity, internal message. If I stay in control, no one will see my weakness. 3. Computing, super reasonable. This one is very testable. Computing means overly logical, overly rational, emotionally detached. Facts, data, analysis. No feelings, internal message. If I stay intellectual, I won't have to feel. On the EPPP, if someone sounds hyper-rational and emotionally disconnected, think computing. 4. Distracting. This person avoids tension by changing the subject, joking, or becoming irrelevant. Conflict rises, they derail it. Internal message. If we don't focus on the problem, we won't feel discomfort. 5. Congruent leveling, the healthy style. This is the goal. Congruent communication means words match feelings. Body language matches words. Authenticity is present. Direct, but respectful. It's emotional honesty without attack or collapse. If the vignette describes alignment between verbal and nonverbal communication, that's congruent style. The goal of conjoint therapy, Satir wasn't trying to reorganize hierarchy. She wasn't manipulating paradox. She wasn't mapping generations. She was focused on increasing self-esteem, promoting authenticity, improving communication, helping family members grow. This is a growth model, not symptom suppression, not power control. Growth. High-yield techniques. 1. Family sculpting. Each family member physically positions others to represent how they experience the family. It's visual, it's experiential, it reveals perception, very testable. 2. Family reconstruction. A type of multi-generational role-play. Family members reenact significant historical moments. Purpose. Unresolved emotional patterns become visible. This is experiential psychodrama-style work. If the vignette mentions reenacting 3 generations, that's Satir. Therapist role, very testable. Satir emphasized the therapist's use of self. The therapist is authentic, emotionally present, modeling congruence, sometimes playful, sometimes confronting. The therapist is not neutral like Milan, not detached like Bowen. They are actively human in the room. Exam clue. If the therapist models emotional expression and encourages authenticity, that's Satir. During a family therapy session, a mother repeatedly agrees with every statement made by her spouse and children. She apologizes frequently, minimizes her own needs, and attempts to calm tension by reassuring everyone that the conflict is her fault. The therapist recognizes this as one of Satir's dysfunctional communication styles. Which communication style is the mother demonstrating? A. Blaming. B. Computing. C. Placating. D. Distracting. If you said C. Placating, you got it right. Placating occurs when a person consistently agrees with others, apologizes, and suppresses their own needs in order to maintain harmony and avoid rejection. This communication style is often driven by fear of disapproval and a strong desire to be accepted. One last test: integration. If a therapist physically rearranges family members in the room to represent emotional distance and closeness, what technique is that? One phrase. If you answered family sculpting, very good, you are correct. You've been presented with all the most important aspects of the Satir/Conjoint model. Let's just wrap up here with a few ways the EPPP can test this model. How the EPPP tests Satir look for: focus on self-esteem, emotional growth, authentic communication, communication styles, placating, blaming, computing, distracting. Use of self, sculpting or reconstruction. If it's about differentiation, Bowen. If it's about boundaries, structural. If it's about paradox, strategic. If it's about circular questioning, Milan. If it's about communication styles and self-esteem, Satir.
Inside this model, we're learning the styles. Communication patterns show up all the while. Family seek balance, that's the system's track. But sometimes that balance comes through dysfunction back. Like Hayes says, I'll agree with you. Trying to keep the peace in all they do. Blaming, points fingers, pushes shame away. Computing stays logical, emotions at bay. Distracting cracks due when tension appears. Changing the sorts up to dodge the fears. Placate, blame, compute, distract. Those are the stars that throw us off track. But if all in therapy, remember this fact: congruent communication brings the family back. Placate, blame, compute, distract. Always the system reacts, but when words and feelings finally align, congruent communication, that's the design. The design. In Satir's model, in Satir's model, in Satir's model, in Satir's model. In Satir's model, in Satir's model, in Satir's model. In Satir's model. In Satir's model, we're learning the styles. In Satir's model, we're learning the styles. In Satir's model. In Satir's model, in Satir's model, in Satir's model, in Satir's model. In Satir's model, we're learning the styles. In Satir's model, we're learning the styles. In Satir's model. In Satir's model, in Satir's model, in Satir's